Hey, what's up, YouTube? So I'm with a student. I am on the beach, Fort Lauderdale Beach, and the news media is here. I guess they're expecting everybody to rush out to be on the beach, but it's not the case. Just a handful of people actually out here. Damn, look at the media. Look at all the police. Look at all the media.
Has more than 25 undergraduate degrees and is designed to provide a world-class education built for you. More information on online programs can be found at UFL.
They are expecting a whole bunch of people, and that's not what's going on. I guess people are a little bit smarter than they thought. You see these things here.
The public storyteller starts at 4 o'clock. Folk and acoustic music Sunday, starting at 2.
That's funny. All the media come out to see a whole bunch of people on the beach and nobody's on the beach.
Major funding for On Point is provided by Geico, offering car insurance as well as services for homeowners and renters insurance through the Geico Insurance Agency. Additional information can be found at geico.com.
There it is, a Camry. A police car.
I've seen that before.
You
That's
seen
the
that?
car I want.
You seen the police car as a Camry car?
Mm-hmm.
I've never seen that. I've never seen a Camry as a police
And a
car.
Ford.
But I've seen Fords.
Not like the ones that actually say police, but a regular Ford.
Yeah. Yeah, but that one there is it's odd to see a Camry set up as a police car. But I guess it's a good undercover car because nobody was expecting that.
That's what they catch you, where they catch you in the ass.
Yeah, for sure. You know, this is mad funny that the beach is open and there's really no one on it. Every media outlet is out on the beach, expecting the beach to be full. Serve them right.
Live from NPR News, I'm Corva Coleman. The FBI has been called in to investigate the death of a black man during an arrest by Minneapolis police last night. Minnesota Public Radio
Never ceases to amaze me.
on Facebook video.
Police were called to an attempted forgery and found a suspect in a car nearby. Police say he initially resisted officers and was handcuffed. Video shot on a cell phone
straight up.
and posted online shows an officer kneeling on an African-American man laying in the street as the man pleaded for help and bystanders interacted with the police on the scene. The man was later pronounced dead at a nearby hospital.
Minister Johnson's government said most British people
Show off
disagree
my new
with Prime
mask. You
Minister's
like my
chief
mask?
advisor, Dominic Cummings.
Yeah, I seen it yesterday.
You saw it, the girl that did it.
Childcare concerns.
Yeah, she
In
was
his
pretty cool.
resignation letter, Ross wrote, quote, I have constituents who didn't get to say goodbye to loved ones, families who could not mourn together.
Yeah, she's doing like some custom sneakers and stuff like that too.
Yeah, especially people started doing stuff like that, especially when all this started.
Yeah, people
Like I
are
have three
fans.
friends who just at home making and selling clothes.
Of course. Well, that's what you're supposed to do, right? You're shut in. You're probably not making any money. That's what separates the people that are creative and have that entrepreneurial spirit, and the people that's gonna sit around and complain that they're broke. You know what I'm saying? Some people just find some way to come up with something to make some money, and some people sit around and complain.
Voting rights advocates nationwide are overjoyed about a federal judge's ruling in Tallahassee over the weekend. Many are
Yeah, because the crowd didn't come that they expected. Staying this there actually, they're staying this street because we're gonna make a left on Sunrise. Yeah, they definitely came out thinking the whole beach was gonna be packed because they announced that the beach is open. Apparently, people are using some common sense on this side of the world. For once, I'm gonna see how long that's gonna last. Because by the next couple of days, you're gonna see them out. No, not here. The next one. So we're gonna make a left turn. So signal left, and yeah, we're gonna go into the lane right there. Yeah.
Amendment 4 was approved by more than 64% of Florida voters in 2018. It restores voting rights to felons who have completed completed all terms.
Alright, so you see the bus is in the right lane, right? We're in the left lane. So our job is to go out. You see where the dotted lines are there? We're gonna go out and we're gonna stay in our lane as we go around the corner.
Wait, where am I turning?
You return in here. You see the yellow line and the dotted line right there, right?
Wait, I don't get it.
Look right here. You see the yellow lines going around? And you see the white lines going around. We need to be in between that. So the bus is on the outside of this white line. We're going to be in the inside of this line. If you need help, I'll help you. Just take your time and try to stay in the lane. And if you need help to stay in the lane, then I'll help you.
We are funded by members of Anonymous Jonas, providing Italian contemporary furniture to South Florida since 1998. You can learn more about turning your home into an oasis at AnonymouJonas.com.
Check out the Porsche. Nice. Alright, go ahead. So stay in the lane. Just turn nice and easy. Right here. See the bus is right beside us, right? And as long as you stay in your lane, you're good. Right? So you have to start and end in the same lane. Like you see the bus is right beside us going around. So if you go over into their lane, it'll be a sure accident. So a lot of accidents actually happen in corners like that because you start out in one lane and end up in the other. So you have to make sure when you're going around a corner like that, you start and end in your lane. Alright, stop right here. It's a nice Jeep.
I have a friend that just got hers.
Yeah.
She's been saving up for months.
I know a lot of girls want those Jeeps. I get that all the time.
No, and I have a male friend who wants one too.
It's mostly girls that wants them, but I do know some guys that have Jeeps actually. But most of the girls want those Jeeps. I actually had two sisters that goes to Pinecrest, and when they finished their driving lesson, they both got brand new Jeeps. They got a white one and a gray one. Yeah. And they both go to the same school. They have their own separate Jeeps, and they go at the same time too.
Oh, that's cool.
I was like, why don't y'all drive together? She's like, no, why would we do that? And we can actually afford to get two. Like, okay. Must be nice. So the malls are going to be opening up. Galleria Mall right here.
Yeah, it's like Sawgrass has been open.
Sawgrass is open, and I know Boca Town Center is open.
Yeah.
But I don't think this mall is not open yet. The Galleria Mall is not open yet. But I'm sure it will be soon since they're opening up everything else. Yeah, I'm definitely going to wait.
Yeah. I'll just continue my online shopping.
Hell yeah. I mean, I usually do most of my shopping online nowadays anyway, but I don't shop for clothes online. But we're not going nowhere right now. We don't need no new clothes.
Yeah. Like if I end up going back to school for face to face, then I'll buy stuff, for my room and stuff and clothes.
Yeah,
but
of
now,
course. But for now, you don't need it. Like, what are you doing? Like, I really, truly, like, I just bought a new set of wheels for my car, and I'm thinking, why did I do that? Like, I'm not going anywhere, but I'm thinking the world will open up at some point. But that was a nice chunk of change that I didn't need to spend. Stay in the middle lane here. Speed up a little bit. Right here, middle. Slow down. Because this lane here that we're in now is going to curve to the left a little bit up the road. So
we're going by Searstown?
Searstown,
Okay.
exactly. So we're going to have to go over to the right lane to avoid ending up down to Broward. This one. See, that's the thing, right? Like, I see a lot of people on the side of the road, and they're, you know, they're begging and whatever. And I'm wearing my mask, trying to be safe, right? So I'm going to have some person on the side of the street walk up to my car without a mask on?
Hell no.
Hell no. If you're wearing a mask, I'll probably give you something, but I'm not going to put myself at risk to give you some money.
They give free masks.
Yeah. These people actually live right there. Every time you pass by, you see them chilling at their resort. Yeah, I mean, like yesterday I saw this one guy, and you know, I wanted to give him some, but I'm just like, I'm not really gonna have you come up to my car with no mask on. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly.
Last week I was at a 7-Eleven and this guy asked me for something, and I literally fold up $2 bill and throw it. Like, I didn't want him walking up to me. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to do that. So I threw it and said, hey, yo, bro, I'm not gonna have you walk up here, so you can just pick that up. And he was like, thank you, man. I'm like, bro, get a mask. Like, they're free. Okay, so we're gonna go into the right lane. So signal to the right and look up here first. Look there and then go over gradually. Go ahead. Yeah. So yeah, when you're changing lane, again, you're gonna look here in the rearview mirror. You're gonna look in the side mirror, and then you're gonna look in the blind spot, which is over here. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure you've seen the videos on changing lane, right? So when it's time for us to really get into that, like the next time we come out, we'll get more into lane changes and all of that when you're more comfortable. See, now you notice you're not turning as much, right? Why is that?
Because I'm getting a little comfortable.
Exactly. As you get more comfortable, it just kind of smooths out.
And not to be negative, but have one of your students ever failed the driving test? Like, do you have a 100% passing rate?
I have a 99.9% passing rate. And when someone doesn't pass, it's because they panic and overthink it and just get too nervous to control themselves. Because if I don't think you're ready to pass the driving test,
you'll know.
I'm going to tell you. Like, I'm not going to bring you to do the driving test if I personally think you can't pass, right? So we will both know when we go to practice the driving test if you're ready.
Yeah.
And if I say you're ready, then you are ready. So the one thing I don't have any control over is how you're going to react when it's your test day. Because people get so flustered. You know what I mean? I've seen people so flustered that they would get into the car on test day and start up the car and start moving the car with the examiner standing outside. You know, I've seen that where the examiner is like, what are you doing? They're leaving the examiner in standing looking at them from the outside. Keep going. So
I thought you were talking about over here.
No, we're not going over there. That's why we're in the right lane so we can avoid going over
I
there.
thought that turn was...
Yeah, that's the turn that goes over to
right,
Broward, but we're going straight. So that's why I said we needed to come over to the right lane so we don't get, over in that lane. Yeah, but yeah, most of the people that take the driving test, when I say, okay, you're ready to pass, yeah, most people pass the driving test. I'm not gonna say I've never had any people fail, but I've had people fail, but then they pass the next time, right? It's always because they're nervous. Because again, I'm not bringing you to take the test if I don't think you can pass the test.
Yeah.
This doesn't look good on me, right? Like,
yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, I definitely don't want a bunch of my students going to the DMV and failing the test. That's not a good look. So I make sure that you're ready before I take you. But I mean, that said, if you are not ready for the driving test, if you're not ready to pass the driving test, and you don't want to pay for any more driving lessons, and you insist on taking the driving test, there's really nothing I can do about that, right? So I've had people that even though they're not ready, they're like, they want to try. I've had that. I discourage that strongly. Like, if I don't think you can pass, I don't think you should be trying to see, if you can just squeeze by. But I've had people that say they wanted to do that and then failed over to the left. accident is gonna end. When I told you then, we had enough time to do it, but after this guy, go behind this guy. Go ahead. Person, yes. Person driving with that one little spare.
Really?
Alright, so I'm gonna end this video here. So as you see, this is my student's second day. She is fairly new at this, but she's on the main road, so obviously she's doing good. You know, so the first day we did the neighborhood. Now we're on the main road, so she's just kind of getting used to the idea of driving in traffic and whatnot. So as I said, I'll be documenting her progress as we go along. So again, I want you to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet, and share the video. Alright, I thank you, and I will see you on the next one.